following program contains the opinions of its host and guests, not those of this network. The opinions expressed are for non-commercial informational purposes only. Listeners are cautioned not to rely on program content to treat or prevent disease, but are advised to consult with a licensed healthcare professional where they live for diagnosis and treatment of disease.
And now, the superstar of alternative health and purveyor of medical truth, Dr. Joel Wallach.
Hello, and welcome to Dead Doctors Don't Lie. Dr. Joel Wallach, your host, veterinarian and physician. And I'm here for kids and baby boomers and seniors who don't want to die at 75.5 like their parents and grandparents. I'm here for kids and baby boomers and seniors who don't want to be sick and miserable for the last 15 to 20 years of their life like their parents and grandparents. We do have lines open. Give us a call toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. Again, that's toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. Well, I want to kind of go back to the beginning of this COVID thing. And, you know, you had to go back, and some of this stuff you heard before, but I'm going to put it all in sort of timeline perspective. Let's go back a couple of thousand years ago, 8 years of plague on the Egyptians. And the Egyptians were dying by the thousands every year for 8 years from this plague. And the Hebrew slaves who'd been slaves with them for 400 years didn't die. And, of course, this was, you know, if you're a religious person, you're going to say, okay, this is, you know, the God thing with Moses and so on. Let my people go and so on. Okay, well, I'll buy that. But let's look deeper. You know, what tools did the good Lord use here? Okay, let's look deeper. And so what was going on here? Well, for, I don't know, hundreds of years, maybe thousands of years, the Egyptians were eating barley and wheat. Now, what were these Hebrew slaves doing for 400 years? Were they washing their clothes and doing their laundry? Were they cooking? Were they babysitting? What were they doing? No, they were growing the barley and the wheat, and they were harvesting it and, you know, bringing it in so that the Egyptian cooks could make bread and stuff like that out of it. Okay, so that's what was going on there. But the Hebrews were not dying. Well, that's because they were not allowed to eat the barley and the wheat. That was just for the Egyptian soldiers and the Egyptian royalty. So the Hebrews, they had to eat potatoes and vegetables and stuff like that. I'm sure they ate dairy. They had dairy cows and dairy goats and so forth. And so that's kind of what was going on, the two different diets. And, of course, the gluten for thousands of years in the Egyptians killed their intestines. Their intestinal lining was gone, and they lived inland from the ocean, and so they weren't getting the seaweed was not a big thing with them, but seaweed was a big thing for the Hebrews. So they're getting all these trace minerals and everything for their bone marrows, their immune system, and so forth. Well, on the 8th year, when thousands of the Egyptians were dying again, the oldest son of the Pharaoh died, and so the Pharaoh said, okay, we better let these slaves go. So he lets the Hebrew slaves go. And the next year, the pandemic in Egypt stopped. Well, that's because they didn't have the Hebrew slaves to run the farms for growing and harvesting barley and wheat. And so they had to have little gardens. Each of the little families had to have little gardens. And they're putting the wood ashes from their fireplaces and wood stoves into the gardens, just like the Hebrews are doing. They're getting their minerals that way. But they weren't before because they were just eating barley and wheat. I got all this, you know, by doing research. And then what happens here is suddenly now we keep going and things are getting better for everybody. Things are getting better for everybody. And the next big step that happens is we're jumping to 1797, I think it was, 1797, 1795. A guy by the name of Edward Jenner, who was the kind of a country doctor in England, he came up with the first vaccine against the smallpox, and boy, that was a big deal. I mean, we're talking maybe 1787, 1790 kind of thing. And then a little over 100 years later, a guy by the name let's see here, he was the guy who did the rabies thing. Okay, we're talking about Pasteur. Pasteur came up with a rabies vaccine. All right, and this was 1885, almost 190 years later. Okay, and there was a big rabies outbreak in Russia and France, and so he was a hero because he came up with a vaccine using Edward Jenner's principles. Then along comes let's look at 1882. Let's stop there at 1882 for a minute. In 1882, a guy by the name of Thomas Edison and Jonathan Leibs pulls the switch in the first commercial electric generating plant, and within, let's see here, within just 10 years, 40 new diseases show up. 3 o'clock in the afternoon, Monday, September 4th, 1882, on Pearl Street, Thomas Edison and Jonathan Leibs pulls a switch, electricity's going, and of course it goes around the world, and everybody in the industrialized world switches to electricity within 10 years, and there's 40 new diseases show up, and they think they're genetic diseases. No, they're not genetic diseases, they're just nutritional deficiencies, but they'd never seen them before, and so they didn't know quite what to do. Well, here comes 1918 and 1919. Suddenly now there's another pandemic started here, the Spanish flu. Americans lost 657,000 dead. Our worst day, we had 195 dead. 195 dead in one day. It was like crazy. All right? And so what's going on here? Well, it keeps going so that the people who... Oh, well, hang on. We'll finish this up when we get back after the break.
You're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network with your host, Dr. Joel Wallach. If you'd like to talk to Dr. Wallach, call between noon and 1 Pacific at 831-685-1080, toll free 888-379-2552. Aromatherapy oils have been prized by ancient cultures for thousands of years. Youngevity's ancient legacy, true aromatherapy, is no exception. Essential oils are the fragrant life essence from plants that are gently removed through the process of steam distillation. Youngevity's ancient legacy essential oils are of the purest concentrations from the most respected and ethical distillers worldwide. Many ancient legacy oils come directly from families in the East which have been distilling essential oils for over 100 years. Keep Ancient Legacy's tea tree oil in your medicine chest for first aid. Tea tree oil is great for soothing the itching and stinging associated with insect bites, burns, scrapes, and other skin irritations. It's also effective as an antiseptic. To learn more about aromatherapy and essential oils, contact your local Youngevity associate today. And don't forget to ask about business opportunities.
If you're the type of person who likes to volunteer and help others, this should interest you. What better way to help people than to help them with improved health? Youngevity has been helping people promote optimal health, among others, for decades. Our approach to health is drastically different than medical doctors, who mostly only treat symptoms. As a veterinarian, Dr. Joel Wallach discovered that many common disease states are actually preventable and reversible. Our mission is to help people achieve overall health and wellness, and to help educate others to achieve optimal wellness as well. And here's the best part. While helping people with their health and wellness, you'll also be able to build your very own home-based business. For more information, contact your local Youngevity associate. And don't forget to ask about the home-based business opportunity.
We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Youngevity, 95 Crusade. We do have lines open. Give us a call toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. I would jump back into the story that after the big plague, the Asian flu came along after the Spanish flu, and then, of course, we had H1N1. And 1936, there was a big U.S. Senate document 264. 1936 Senate document 264 came out and said there's no more minerals in our food. There's no more minerals in our food, and that explains a lot of these deaths and diseases and so forth. That was U.S. Senate document 264, 1936. And that was because you go back to 1882 when Thomas Edison pulled the switch in the first commercial electric generating plant. This started all these hydroelectric dams. Okay, it was damming up the rivers to make electricity and cut off the food supply to the farms. We didn't have, it stopped flooding, and everybody was happy because it stopped flooding. Well, we didn't have bottomland anymore, where it would flood every year, and when the water would receive, it lead to silt, would free fertilizer. So all that stuff was gone. Okay, all that disappeared, and so it was one of those things where all these diseases were showing up. They realized in 1936 in U.S. Senate Document 264 that it was due to all these minerals being depleted, and they didn't quite know why. They didn't relate it to the dams yet. Okay, they still haven't until I came along. And now, of course, we have the problem with H1N1, SARS, MERS, COVID-2, COVID-19. We have this new Peruvian variant, which is 5 times more deadly and 5 times more infectious than the Delta variant. The Delta variant's in all 50 U.S. states. The Lambda variant, C37, is in 30 countries. It hasn't arrived here yet, I don't think. But this just tells us that, we need to pay attention here. And then UCLA came out just a couple of weeks ago and said, now this is a mind blower. UCLA came out a couple of weeks ago and said, since 1930, when they started with all these hydroelectric dams, 1930, guess what? 150 million tons of silt and sediment have backed up behind these dams every year. That's a yearly figure, 150 million tons every year since 1930. And this has cut off the food supply to the ocean, the deltas, the gulfs. And so this is why the carbon dioxide is going up, because there's no food going to the algae and the polyps and all this kind of stuff to eat the carbon dioxide gas. It's not fossil fuels. It's the dams cutting off the food supply to the ocean, and that's why it's going on. Of course, we're dealing with the Great Barrier Reef, where they've dammed up 3 major rivers in 1927 to make electricity. And those 3 rivers supplied the food to the Great Barrier Reef, so they dammed up the rivers for electricity, and they're the ones killing the Great Barrier Reef. So we're in the process of trying to fix that. So let's see here. Doug, what pearls of wisdom do you have for us?
Well, I've got a story headlined, Nutrition Matters. They say eating a diet rich in fruits and vegetables lowers the risk of getting the COVID-19 and developing severe symptoms. Researchers from King's College London and Harvard Medical School, as well as a health science company called ZOE, looked at almost 600,000 people in the U.S. and the U.K., and they surveyed them on their diets during the early months of the COVID-19 pandemic, and found that those that ate the highest number of fruits and vegetables along with oily fishes like salmon had a reduced risk of getting the COVID-19. According to one of the co-authors, Sarah Berry says, the first time we've been able to show that a healthier diet can cut the chances of contracting COVID-19. She's a senior lecturer at King's College, and scientists have known that diet-related health conditions such as diabetes and heart disease increase the risk of becoming severely ill with COVID-19. So there you go.
Yeah, very good. I'm just glad they're coming along and following what we're saying, because they're exactly right. I agree with them. And, I've been working on this for 50 years, and it's just when UCLA came out a couple of weeks ago and quantified it, 150 million tons every year since 1930 of silt and sediment backing up behind these dams. We have 80,000 dams in America, okay, and all these places all over the earth, the rivers going into the deltas into the Atlantic Ocean on the east coast of the United States are dying. The deltas going into the Pacific Ocean on the west coast of America are dying. The Gulf of Mexico is dying because we've dammed up all these rivers and cut off the food supply. We'll be back after these messages.
You're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network with your host, Dr. Joel Wallach. If you'd like to talk to Dr. Wallach, call between noon and 1 Pacific at 831-685-1080, toll free 888-379-2552. Imagine a rich, decadent chocolate that's actually good for you. Youngevity's Triple Treat chocolate is just that, an antioxidant-rich dark chocolate complete with probiotics to aid in proper digestion. This all-natural product contains no preservatives, and for those with dietary restrictions, it's gluten-free, dairy-free, glycemic-friendly, and kosher certified. Not only does Triple Treat dark chocolate taste fantastic, it contains super antioxidant blueberries to absorb free radicals with an ORAC value of 16,936 per piece. Triple Treat chocolate also contains a proprietary blend of probiotics with over 500 million live healthy bacteria per 8 grams at the time of manufacture, with 80% reaching the intestines, which is much more than most live culture yogurts. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Hey, if you're like me, your life is hectic. You don't know where you're going to be next. Between kids and family and in-laws and work and traffic and everything else that's driving me crazy right now, my life is insane. I bet your life's insane as well. When do we have time to get every single nutrient we need to be healthy? When? Well, I've got a tip for you. Take a product called Pollen Burst. It's so simple, even I can do it. All you have to do is open the package, pour it in water, mix it up, and bam, you're ready to go. It tastes great. It's not one of those medicine-tasting things. It tastes great, low in calories, helps curb your appetite, gives you natural energy that doesn't let you crash, gives you your vitamins, minerals, nutrients, everything from the plant world. And I got to tell you, for a busy person like me or a busy person like you, we need simple, we need good. Pollen Burst is your answer. Tastes great. Try it, and you'll feel better.
Call your local Youngevity distributor to find out how Pollen Burst can make you feel better. And don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities. You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Youngevity 95 Crusade. We do have lines open. Give us a call toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. And let's see here. Doug, let's go to Charmaine. Charmaine, are you there?
I'm here, yeah.
Okay, I want to share something with you. First of all, the state of Michigan hasn't reported their numbers here for like 4 days now, so I don't know if they're so bad they don't want it to show, and they're rechecking everything. Or why haven't they reported the numbers in 4 days?
The rumors are that our governor is on her way to Gitmo for treason. I don't know if it's true or not, but we can only hope.
Okay. All right. Well, let's stop there for a minute, because I do want to go to Florida with 22 million people in their population. 25% of the population is Latino, Black, for a total of, 43%. these races, Black and Latino. And so this is important information because last Friday they had 5,300 new cases of COVID. Sunday they broke the record. They beat New York, which 12 months ago had 12,000 in one day. This last Sunday, Florida had 15,800. Tuesday they had 5,000. Wednesday they had 6,425. And then Thursday they had 7,011. I haven't seen the numbers for today. That's over 41,000 in just the days we counted. There's probably 3 days we didn't count because we didn't have the numbers. And then you compare that with, let's see here. You compare that with Australia with 25 million people. Again, Florida has 38,000 dead, and Australia has 912 dead. You have infections in Florida, 2,435,000, in Australia, 31,000. So what's going on here? Well, Australia, 40% of their population are these indigenous peoples, okay, the Maoris and stuff like that, but they eat rice and beans and squash and seaweed and stuff like that. They're not big on wheat, butter, rye, and oats, whereas the Hispanics and the blacks in Florida are big, and also they don't mention what percentage the indigenous peoples and Indian tribes are, probably another 5%. So maybe 55% of the people in Florida are these other races other than white. And this is what drives the numbers up. It's not because of race, but it is because of diet. It's a dietary thing. And that's why there's such a huge differential between the deaths and infections in Australia versus Florida. So we're going to have to check with, if you would, kind of really check and call around for me when it comes to Michigan, because they haven't reported any numbers for like 4 days. And I get worried. It's either very, very bad or all their technicians have died or something. I mean, what's going on here? And another little piece, when I was looking through statistics today, in India, 400 Catholic priests and nuns have died from the COVID. Okay. That was... and these are people out in the villages and so forth, and they're working hard to try and help as many people as they could, but 400 have died. I think of those 50 were priests and 350 were nuns of various groups in the Catholic Church. It just makes you breathless and want to make sure we pray for their souls. We'll be back after these messages.
You're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network with your host, Dr. Joel Wallach. If you'd like to talk to Dr. Wallach, call between noon and 1 Pacific at 831-685-1080, toll free 888-379-2552. You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
Hi, this is Dr. Joel Wallach, your host of Dead Doctors Don't Lie. If you're interested in a colon cleanse, blood cleanse, liver cleanse, in the classical herbal way, you want to ask your Youngevity associate for Herbal Rainforest. Herbal Rainforest has 16 herbs, 16 cleansing herbs, classic cleansing herbs, and 77 plant minerals. That's right, and these are all organic. It doesn't get any better than that. In your busy day, and you're around all these toxins out there in your workplace, on the way home, going to work, in your food, in the air, in the water, you need Herbal Rainforest. I guarantee you, it will give you a cleanse. You can control the dose. It's a liquid. It tastes good. It doesn't get any better than this. A colon that's happy makes you happy. Nothing better than a happy colon. Herbal Rainforest. Clean it out.
For more information on this product or others you've heard about on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie radio program, call your local Youngevity associate today. And don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Greetings, everyone. Judy DeVilbus here. What do you think of when you hear the words tangy tangerine? Well, I think of like a sweet, tangy tasting something. Well, what I'm referring to is the Ultimate Tangy Tangerine. It's a fantastic product. It has everything you need, and a great benefit is it's very, very delicious. It's very easy to drink. I've suggested it even to youngsters. Even children like it. Even little guys. Even little girls. They come right into my office. Their parents can't get them to take those chewables. And besides that, they're not as good as Tangy Tangerine. And I give them a little taste of that, and you know something? They're pleased as punch. So, if it's good for a child and it tastes delicious, why not you? There's no excuse not to take a vitamin when it tastes as good as that does. So how about it? Tangy Tangerine should be the answer to all of your nutritional program problems.
For more information or to order, call your Youngevity distributor today. And don't forget to ask about Youngevity home-based business opportunities.
This is the ZBS Radio Network.
We're back. Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Youngevity 95 Crusade. We do have lines open. Give us a call toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. And I want to make a quick comparison between New Zealand and Louisiana. Both have about the same population. Both are just short of 5 million people. And New Zealand has 26 dead from the COVID. Louisiana has 10,600 dead. New Zealand has 2,700, almost 3,000 infections, and Louisiana has 475,000 infections. So what's the difference? Louisiana, again, has a very high level of Latinos and blacks, and they eat nothing but wheat, barley, rye, and oats. Wheat, barley, rye, and oats. And as a result, their intestines are dead, and they're not supplementing. They're not a community that supplements. And so they're very susceptible to catching the virus and also dying from it. Whereas in New Zealand, they're eating all this seaweed with all these trace minerals in it, supporting their immune system, and they're eating rice and sweet potatoes and beans and squash as well as the seaweed, and that's the difference. Okay, let's see here. Doug, let's go to callers.
All right, let's head to California, and Javier, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Hello, Javier.
Hello,
you're on
Wallach.
Yes, how can we help you?
Thanks for being there for us. I have two clients, two questions. One is a lady that's 51 years old and 200 pounds with fibromyalgia and would like to know what to take. The second question is, how do you best take Tangerine Tablets 2.0, Zinc FX, Vitamin D3, and Herbal Rainforest?
What was the third one? I got the Tangerine, the Zinc, and then I didn't get the third one.
Okay, it was Vitamin D3.
Oh, D3, okay.
The last one is Herbal Rainforest.
Okay, thank you. All right. Well, first of all, this lady that has fibromyalgia, this is a simple nutritional deficiency disease. Fibromyalgia is almost like a muscular dystrophy kind of thing, where the pain in the connective tissue and the muscles, it can be enormous. Do we have any idea how tall this lady is?
No, she's in Chicago, Illinois, and I'm in Orange County.
Okay. Let's just go by 200 pounds. All right. So anyway, she needs to get rid of all the bad foods. No fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no glutens, no wheat, no barley, rye, no sugar, no carbonated drinks of any kind. And then, Charmaine, what kind of nutrition program, supplement program would you put this lady on? She weighs 200 pounds. She got fibromyalgia.
I would get her on 2 healthy brain and heart packs, and I would add to that the MSM and the Fucoid Z and the vitamin D3 for absorption, and Ultimate Daily Classic, of course. And then she needs to take the keto bars for 1 to 2 meals a day.
Yeah, if she needs to lose weight, if she's 7 foot tall, it's okay. But if she's 5'2", she needs to lose, 80 pounds. Okay, so very good. Okay, number 2 here. What about tangy tangerine tablets and also zinc, D3, and herbal rainforest? Do you take the BTT 2.0 tablets, Charmaine?
Yes, I do.
Okay, you weigh what, 105 pounds?
Yeah, about 110.
Okay, so how do you take them? How many do you take a day?
I usually take 2 in the morning and 2 in the afternoon.
Okay, well, there you go. What about zinc? Do you take those zinc lozenges?
Those I don't take unless I feel like I'm coming down with something.
Okay, well, I take them every day. I take 1 at breakfast, 1 at dinner time. D3, take 3 twice a day. And herbal rainforest, take a ½ ounce twice a day per 100 pounds of body weight. It's a great detoxifier, and if you're constipated, it'll help you there too. Back after these messages.
And that does open a line. If you'd like to talk to Dr. Wallach today, call us toll-free, 888-379-2552. You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
I am Judy DeVilbus. Here I am speaking to you again. I just wanted to tell you that recently I started drinking the Whey Shakes again, the chocolate Whey Shake. And you need to remember, the Whey Shake isn't just for losing weight. It's a fantastic place to get your great protein. And if you're trying to gain weight, you can take it along with your meals. And the best part is, if you want to just have a great protein shake, do like I do. Put it over ice, stir it up, and you can sip on it for 20 minutes to an hour. I do it every single day. I absolutely love it. You need to get back to it too. It's really good for you. And it makes not fat, but it makes muscle after you work out. And you can also mix it up in a blender with an egg, and you have the most incredible health protein shake. Or mix it with a little water, stir it up, and you have a little pudding. And who doesn't like pudding?
For more information or to order, call your Youngevity distributor today. And don't forget to ask about Youngevity home-based business opportunities.
We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Youngevity, 95 Crusade. We do have lines open. Give us a call toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. And Doug, let's go to callers.
All right, let's head to Texas. And Marion, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Hello, Marion. You're on the air.
Hi, Dr. Wallach and Sharman.
Hi.
And thanks.
How can we help you?
Hi. Thank you. Thanks for all you do and educating us about the dams and the wood ash. And thank you so much. So my question,
you're very kind.
You're the great one. So my son was diagnosed with lymphoma at age 9, and at age 10, after chemo, he was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia. So he's 23 now, and he has some problems. He's got liver and pancreas damage. He needs to take enzymes to absorb, or else he'll get diarrhea. He has hip pain, difficulty gaining weight, sensitivity to light, and Raynaud's. He's 115 pounds, and he is 5'7".
5'7", 165.
He's 115 pounds.
No, 115 pounds.
115. Yeah, and his height is 5'7".
Okay, 115 pounds. 115 pounds.
15. Yeah, 115.
115.
So his
okay.
big thing is gaining weight.
Okay, now, what happened to his lymphoma? Because he's 23 now, and he had, this lymphoma when he was 9 or something like that. What's happened with the lymphoma and that sort of stuff?
Well, he had a bone marrow transplant, and he is in remission now.
Okay, good.
Everything's clear. Yeah.
Okay,
he's just dealing
beautiful.
With the aftermath of
Mm-hmm. Okay, so the leukemia and the lymphoma is all in remission.
Yes.
Okay, beautiful. Okay, and his liver issues. Okay.
Yeah, he's got damaged liver and the pancreas.
Mm-hmm.
So he's permanently on this Creon.
Yeah.
Because he has exocrine pancreatic insufficiency.
Yes. Okay. All right. So, Charmaine, what would you do for her son? He's got liver issues, pancreatic issues. He's Raynaud's. He's got stuff going on in his fingers. And so, what would you do for him? He's 23 years old. He has joint problems as well. 115 pounds.
Yeah, he's got to get on a diet. No wheat, barley, rye, oats, no fried foods, no burnt animal fat, no oil. And then I'd get him on a healthy brain and heart pack and get him an extra bottle of selenium because that's good for his liver.
Mm-hmm.
And I would get him on Ultimate Daily Classic, and I would also get him on MSM and Fucoid Z and Sweet Ease. And
how about some enzymes? How about the Ultimate Enzymes? Did you say that?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Ultimate Enzymes. He could take 2 of those, say, 5-10 minutes for each meal, with a couple ounces of water. Okay, that's going to give rest to the pancreas and the liver. But the liver recovers very quickly. It's amazing. And so Char gave a very good program for that. And you said the MSM for the joints, which is the Raynaud stuff. Okay, so let's go there. And if you would call us every couple of weeks, Marianne, and give us kind of a status report of how he's doing. And anytime he goes to the doctor and gets a report or something like that, give us a call. Let us know what's going on. We'll walk you through this because it's a beautiful thing that he's in remission from the leukemia and the lymphoma. And so I believe he's going to do very well. We look forward to working with you for many, 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 many years. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
All right, let's head to Utah. And Jay, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Hello, Jay, you're on the air. How can we help you?
Thank you, Dr. Wallach. It's my runny nose and my mucus. I have a deficiency in DAOs, dioxine diazonase, which is, as you know, is what actually causes them to uptake histines. In other words, to process histines, it requires a DAO. And so nothing in my body processes, no medication that's a histine, anything that's a histine. There's so many things that are histines.
Okay,
so
stop.
I discovered this recently, and your diet is the only thing that has saved me so far. It's the same diet as the one for the histines. So
stop.
Stop this running.
Okay, I need to know what your symptoms are. You say you had runny nose. You have mucus coming out of your nose all the time?
Oh, yeah. My nose runs all the time. I cough. I have heavy amounts of mucus. The only way I can keep the mucus from getting it down is I use a essential oil with a carrier oil, grapeseed oil, which is peppermint.
Okay, stop.
Okay,
stop. How much do you weigh?
I'm 475 pounds.
Okay, and how tall are you?
5'11".
5'11". Yeah, 5'11". I'd like to see you weigh about 200 pounds. So you need to lose about 275 pounds here. Do you have any other issues? High blood pressure or diabetes?
No, I have no other issue whatsoever.
You don't have any joint problems or back problems?
Well, I have. I'm can't walk much. I'm so heavy and everything, it's hard for me to get around. But I work out somewhat. What I can do, I work my muscles all I can.
Okay. Now I want you to listen. Now. Okay, Charmaine, what would you do for Jay here? He's 475 pounds. He needs to weigh 200 pounds, so he needs to lose 275 pounds. He's 5'11", and what are we going to do for him? He can't walk. That tells you something.
The only way he's going to lose the weight is get on a gluten-free diet, no wheat, barley, rye, or oats, no fried foods, no burnt animal fat, and no oils. And then and sugar at his weight, and that alone is going to help him be able to lose weight. And then he needs to get on the keto bars for 1 to 2 meals a day. And I would, at his weight, he really needs 5 packs a month and I would get him on the healthy brain and heart packs, as many as he can afford.
A minimum of 3.
And then he needs to take MSM for his joints and Fucoid Z also for his joints, and Ultimate Daily Classic to keep his arteries cleaned out. And he also needs Ultimate Daily, vitamin D3 for absorption. He's got to be able to absorb all this stuff. So that's a good start. And again, he needs everything is dosed up 1 pack per 100 pounds of body weight per month. So he needs to, but don't not take anything. Just because you can't afford to take the whole program, don't give up and not take anything. He needs to get going and try to, This is Jay's in trouble, so he needs a minimum of 3 healthy brain and heart packs per month, full dose everything at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. He needs 2 bottles a month of the MSM, so he can take 3 of those with each meal. Because he's got a back problem. Is it because he's got osteoporosis of the skull? Has he got low back problem? We don't know that. Have the doctor given you any diagnosis why you can't walk?
Well, I still can limitedly get around. Although I can move pretty good, but I just can't move very fast. I'm just heavy. So it's really heavy.
Okay.
In the last month, I've gained 25 pounds.
You've gained 25 pounds.
Gained 25 pounds.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so you need to get on the diet, no fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no gluten, no wheat, rye, no sugar, absolutely no carbonated drinks. I want you to drink our sports drink. Rebound has 75 minerals in it and 25 vitamins and amino acids. You can take 2 or 3 of those a day. That'll give you a lot of nutrition and hydration and energy. And then Char's right. You need to take 2 meals a day, the keto bars. And the third meal, you want to be eating like an Asian. Eat rice and sweet potatoes. Now, we're talking about 2 scoops of rice and 1 sweet potato. We're not talking about a bucket full of sweet potatoes here. We'll be back after these messages.
You're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network with your host, Dr. Joel Wallach. If you'd like to talk to Dr. Wallach, call between noon and 1 Pacific at 831-685-1080. Toll free, 888-379-2552. Many believe that all life began in the Earth's oceans. We do know that the oceans and seas are still abundant with life and life-sustaining nutrients. Many cultures have long believed in the life-giving properties of plants and sea life harvested from the oceans. Youngevity's Ocean's Gold is a proprietary blend of seaweeds, algae, mosses, kelp, sea cucumbers, and sea minerals, as well as coenzyme Q10, calcium, and iron, all designed to help support healthy thyroid function, regular heartbeat, normal weight, mood stabilization, and hormone levels. Take advantage of life-sustaining nutrients from the Earth's oceans with Youngevity's Ocean's Gold. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Hello, Judy DeVilbus here. If I could only afford to get one product out of everything, that product would be the Ultimate Classic. It has the vitamins, the minerals, the bioflavonoids. It even has grapeseed extract. The one product that would give you just about everything under the sun you would need for a perfect nutritional program would be the Ultimate Classic. By the way, people that are on the go, it's very, very hard to take the liquids with them when they go on their trip to get their supplements in every day. Well, you know something? You can use the Ultimate Daily Tablets and the mineral capsules. When I'm going on a trip, if I have enough room, I just take the 2 bottles with me. If not, just use a little baggie and take a couple of daily doses with you. It's very simple. It's very easy. There's no mess, no fuss, no refrigeration. Just take your capsules, take your tablets, and you're finished for the day.
To order these products, call your local Youngevity distributor today. You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Youngevity, 95 Crusade. And Doug, let's go to callers or emails.
All right, let's head to Las Vegas, Nevada. And Anthony, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Hello, Anthony. How can we help you?
Okay, my wife will talk and help.
Yeah, I'm going to help Anthony with communication. You put Anthony on your program. He's been doing supplements and diet for about 3 months. He had a stroke, atrial fib, high blood pressure, diabetes, and now he has aphasia and some problems with taste due to medication. What we're thinking about today is Anthony's wanting to get off of some of his 5 medications that he takes. He wants to know how to do that, and he wants to add some more tasty foods into his diet.
Okay, how old is he and what does he weigh?
Anthony is 62. He weighs 250 pounds, and he's 5'11".
Okay, now, I got that he has atrial fibrillation. He has a taste issue. Does he have any balance problems or ringing in his ears?
No, he doesn't have that.
Okay, does he have any, let's see here, skin problems, eczema, dermatitis, or psoriasis?
No.
Does he have any gray hair?
Balding and gray hair.
Okay, does he have any vein problems, varicose veins, spider veins in his legs, ankles, feet, kind of things?
No, he doesn't really have that.
Okay. All right, let's see here. So atrial fibrillation, his taste is kind of going away, doesn't have the sense of taste is getting worse, correct?
Yes, and we're thinking that it might be related to his medication, and the doctor just told him recently that he has anemia, and we're investigating that further.
Okay. All right. Is he constipated or have diarrhea?
No.
All right. So, Charmaine, what do we need to do here? What's going on with this guy? He's losing a sense of taste. He's got AFib. He's anemic. What's going on?
I get on a gluten-free diet, no wheat, barley, rye, or oats, no fried foods, no burnt animal fat, and no oils. Very important. And if he's got diabetes, he needs to avoid sugar also.
Okay, but he has atrial fibrillation and he's losing his taste. What's his problem?
He's got a osteoporosis of the skull.
Osteoporosis of the skull, exactly right.
Yes.
And so what are you going to give him? He's 250 pounds. What are you going to have him take?
I'm going to have him take one healthy brain and heart pack and one healthy bone and joint pack to save money. And then we're going to add to it Ultimate Daily Classic and MSM. And I would take the Fucoid Z also, and vitamin D3 for absorption. And as far as food goes, those keto bars taste pretty good. If you wanted to take, use those for one meal a day, that would help.
Yeah, one meal a day. He can lose some weight because 5'11", I'd like to see him weigh 200 pounds, 180 to 200 pounds. So he needs to lose 50, 60 pounds. And the anemia, this could be caused by malabsorption. This could be caused by his bone marrow being not happy because he's not getting enough nutrition. And so did the doctor tell your hubby that Anthony needs to have, like, injections of iron and B12?
Sending us to a hematologist to find out why.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. Well, usually it's an absorption problem. And so Char's giving you a good supplement program for him, and it comes down to absorption and supplements, absorption and supplements. And it's because everything he's got, AFib is not a heart problem. It's really osteoporosis of the skull, squeezing the 10th cranial nerve, the vagus nerve, which controls. Does he ever have hiccups or a dry, unproductive cough?
He does have a little bit of a cough, yes.
Okay, well, yeah, that goes along with the 10th cranial nerve being squeezed. The recurrent branch of the 10th cranial nerve, which controls the diaphragm. They get this dry cough called COPD. There's no mucus or anything involved. And so I suspect, as Char says, he's got osteoporosis of the skull. So you start here, and then after the hematologist looks at him, give us a call back and see what the hematologist says. Don't go for a bone marrow transplant. But thank you, everybody. Thank you, Charmaine. Super job as usual. Thank you so much, Doug. Super job as usual. God bless each and every one of you. God bless our troops. God bless our Navy SEALs. And God bless America.
When those aches and pains in your knees, elbows, hands, shoulders, and back crop up, reach for Youngevity's CM Cream. Put CM Cream on a Q-tip and put it in your ear canal for relief from headaches and sinus pressure. A topical temporary relief from minor aches and pains of muscles and joints associated with strains, sprains, and simple backaches. Why take aspirin or non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs that can cause stomach bleeding and liver damage? Just apply CM Cream liberally to the affected areas, and within 20 minutes or so, you'll have relief from those nagging minor aches and pains. You'll feel better for up to 4 to 5 hours. So the next time you have achy joints or muscles, do what I do. Reach for CM Cream for relief. And for systemic relief, reach for CM Plus capsules. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.